Good afternoon, this is Colton with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here for a new homeowner out in the Oceanside area. We like to do these inspection videos to bring knowledge to life about the roof and outline the current condition, and then outline any sensitive areas that we find, and then do these inspections prior to having the discussion about adding solar. So we like to start here on the eaves where we can see the eave of the roof is consistent of the rafter tails. We also have the shiplap boards, and then we have the fascia board right here. This is the structure that holds up the edge of the roof, right? During a roof's life over the next 25-30 years, and this is the original roof from when this home was built in 1996, so it's close to 30 years old. There's naturally termite damage and wood rot that occurs, right? And so it typically happens on the edge of the roof right here, where you can see termite damage and wood rot start to occur, and we can see the current condition of the wood by inspecting the eaves of the house. And the eaves, the wood looks in relatively good condition. Naturally, you're gonna have some termite damage after 30 years, but the roof's been maintained well with proper paint jobs and whatnot. This is a concrete S-tile roof, as you can see. This tile is the original from when the home was built. It has been pressure washed one time. I can tell that because of the first layer of the color is kind of stripped, and it's all been nice and clean. So very good indicators that the roof's been pressure washed. This eliminates all the moss that kind of grows on the north side of the roof. One thing we like to point out is the valleys. The valleys are very crowded on this roof, so a lot of debris gets stuck on the roof and pushes water out towards. When we do new roofing projects, we replace the valley metal and then widen the valleys themselves to allow water and debris to go directly down. Getting on this roof here, there's probably 6 to 7 cracked tiles on this roof, and this is the original roof. So we want to talk about the most important piece of a concrete tile roof, which is the underlayment. That is the most important piece of this roof, because that waterproofs this roof, right? The tiles protect the underlayment, and then the underlayment keeps the home from having leaks. And so the felt underlayment has a 20-year lifespan or warranty. That's what it says, but it can be pushed 25 to 30 years based on maintenance. This is the original felt paper from when this home was installed, and so we want to get an idea of the current condition of that. But you can see a cracked tile right there, and this was a slip tile, so it's just slipping down a little bit. There's no nail anymore holding it in place, but this is the original underlayment right here. We can see the water staining that's occurring, the amount of debris buildup, the mineral deposits, the rusting of the nail that adds for a penetration spot for water. This is the original. It's kind of bubbling up in a certain area. It just happens with heat exposure over time in hotter areas. So this is an underlayment that's deteriorated and is in question about doing its waterproofing capabilities, right? So moving on, our ventilation for the attic is with these big boxy dormers. Now we go to a low profile Hagen vents. Biggest reason is for fire embers. These are not a Class A rated for fire code. So now with the low profile Hagens, we're going to add ventilation to the roof and also protect against fire embers getting in the attic. What's really nice is that we can actually put solar over the new vents that we use, but not something like that for a heat vent. So flashings get replaced around, resealed, painted to match the color of the roof. But then you can see another cracked tile like right here, and then another one right here. This is all on the south facing side. This is where we're going to recommend our solar to go. We do have a little bit of concern of shading in the winter time, but we indicated maybe taking down this palm tree and then capping this tree right here, and we'll have a nice area for a solar array right here. This roof plane, if we were to put solar in this house, we would minimum replace this roof plane's underlayment. We upgrade, and now the standard offering is titanium fire resistant underlayment. It's got a way longer lifespan. It's just the same price as felt paper, and it's going to be a better value add for the long term for a homeowner. This is another subtile that we found in the underlayment underneath. That's the condition that we're seeing. The original paper, the wear and tear, kind of the deterioration that's occurring in sections, and how it keeps water on it, really in question. More than likely there's some leaks that are occurring that just have not hit the drywall yet. Mortar on the ridge caps gets replaced. A couple more dormer vents that get replaced to low profile Hagens. The tile itself is all in really good condition, so it can be reused. We recommend a lift and reset type project, but really interesting right here. You can see probably where when it rains, water is getting actively to the underlayment, but you can see how these tiles are all slipping down right here. So this is a really sensitive area where tiles have been slipping down, and you can see water that's kind of the water staining that's occurring right there. So this is an easy area where probably a leak is occurring, and you just you're concerned with an older roof, the nails kind of heaping in place. And I'm gonna put all these back, but this is just an area of concern. This is on the kind of north facing side. And then I pulled up one more tile over on this section over here, just to look at the underlayment on the other side of the roof. You can see the same evidence of staining, deterioration. There's only one layer of underlayment on this roof as well, so you can see the wood decking right there. So one layer of felt paper on the roof. Now code requires 2 layers of the felt paper, and so with the 2 layers of the felt paper being required by code, now we transition to the titanium FR. That has a 50-year warranty, be the a forever roof, and we bundled that with the solar project, and we're going to add a heat pump as well. Recommend adding a heat pump for air conditioning, for heating and cooling for this homeowner. So we're going to go through this inspection video. We're going to outline the current conditions. In an ideal world, we'd replace all the underlayment on the roof. We're going to map that out. We're also going to map out, just measuring out that section where the solar is going to go, and then map out a basic solar system with a battery system, and then we'll also take measurements for a new heat pump system for the owner. And then yeah, we'll pass along this information and provide a timely inspection report and estimate. Thank you.